7. Final, buddy.
Echo Station 3TA.
Hello there, welcome back to Echo Base Network. I am the coach and I am glad that you have joined us today. Even though you have just clicked on our video, I can already tell.
The Force is strong with you.
Now guys, before we dive into today's news update, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, as our analytics indicate that 2 out of every 3 viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and we would love to have you here at Echo Base Network. So last week, the Book of Boba Fett's inaugural season came to an end with the Chapter 7 finale. Fans have been wondering throughout the duration of the season if we would be getting a second season. Temuera Morrison has indicated before the show began that Lucasfilm was in a wait-and-see period when deciding on a second season for the show. Before the conclusion of the season, Fennec Shand actress Ming-na had tweeted and referred to the Book of Boba Fett as being in the first season. Recently, in a follow-up tweet, Ming-na posted another tweet saying, "Everyone jumped to conclusions when I called it the first season. What else would I call it? To clarify, it doesn't imply there's a second season. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Enjoy all the chapters of the Book of Boba Fett." In the meantime, many news outlets are reporting that a second season seems unlikely, but that doesn't mean Star Wars fans won't see Boba Fett and Fennec Shand again in the near future. One show that many fans are looking forward to is the upcoming Ahsoka series. According to The Hollywood Reporter, production on Ahsoka gets underway this April, and Ray Stevenson has joined Rosario Dawson in the Ahsoka series. Plot details for the show are being kept secret, but the setup has consisted of Tano journeying from one end of the galaxy to another in search of Grand Admiral Thrawn, a former commander in the Empire and brilliant military strategist. It is unclear who Stevenson will play, but sources say he is a villain in the series and will play an admiral, though not Thrawn. Fans have speculated that he will be none other than Gilad Pellaeon, also known as Gil, a dedicated human male naval officer serving for 7 decades in the fleets of the Galactic Republic, Galactic Empire, Imperial Remnant, and Galactic Alliance. The character of Pellaeon was reintroduced into Star Wars canon in the Star Wars Rebels animated series finale, Family Reunion, and Farewell, which was written by executive producer Dave Filoni and his team and first aired on March 5th, 2018. Something that is sure to get many fans up in arms and lead to many passionate conversations is the recent rumor that Lucasfilm could be developing a new Star Wars trilogy set after The Rise of Skywalker. While many Star Wars projects are concentrating on filling in gaps in past movies, this new rumor suggests that could be about to change. According to former Vanity Fair reporter Joanna Robinson speaking on the Ringerverse podcast, she has heard whispers about a new trilogy being in active development. In another bit of news, I'm a huge fan of physical media, and a Star Wars VHS tape is expected to sell for $60,000 at an ongoing auction. The tape is an unopened 1984 copy of Star Wars. Auction house Golden Auctions is hosting the online sale. Hurry and go into your garage or attic and find that unopened second copy you've tucked away. Now, in our final part of today's show, I wanted to give you a deeper insight to the character of Anakin Skywalker and how he struggled with attachment. With the upcoming shows Kenobi and Ahsoka, this information is extremely relevant, and with it, we are debuting our brand new series, Lore and Legends.
All wings report in.
Red leader standing by.
Gray leader standing by.
Green leader standing by.
Lock S-files and attack positions.
The middle of the battlefield was a less than ideal place for in-depth self-reflection, but Anakin Skywalker was a well-trained Jedi and more than up to the challenge. In the time since he had ceased to be Obi-Wan's Padawan learner, he'd come to appreciate the independence of being his own master. Of course, he still had to follow the temple rules and go where the Jedi Council sent him, but he was a general now, and the clones were his to command. It was all very different than he'd imagined, when he was still that little boy back on Tatooine who had looked up at the stars and known that there was something better for him. The galaxy was much more complicated than Master Qui-Gon had let on, and while he was grateful for Obi-Wan's teachings, sometimes Anakin couldn't help but wonder how things would be different if Qui-Gon had lived. For all the Jedi disapproved of attachments, there was nothing in the galaxy that was ever truly untethered. Anakin's own unofficial return to his birth planet had proved that well enough. And now Anakin was attached by his oaths to the temple and to Padme. his unspoken but no less sincere promise to Obi-Wan, his responsibilities as a commander of troops in the Republic Army. The clones had been intended as a faceless mass, but already they are exhibiting undeniable signs of individuality, and Anakin didn't doubt that they would continue to do so. Perhaps this new Padawan that Obi-Wan had requested would help give him perspective. Anakin was reluctant to bring someone with no practical combat training this far out into the war. Christophsis was a dangerous place, even for two Jedi of Anakin and Obi-Wan's skills, and they had already proven that they could take the planet only to be a risk of losing control immediately afterwards. At the same time, Anakin knew that there was no guarantee of safety for a Padawan anywhere anymore, and he knew from personal experience that Obi-Wan Kenobi was the best of teachers. Plus, this time around, he'd have Anakin to help him. Or at least, he would if Obi-Wan wanted. Anakin wasn't entirely sure what his place next to Obi-Wan would look like once his friend had a new student. Jedi weren't as married to the concept of two as the Sith were, but most of them acted singly or in pairs. It was one of the reasons Anakin had never put in for a Padawan of his own. He didn't want it to look like he was pushing Obi-Wan aside. Now, Obi-Wan had gone and done it first, and Anakin still wasn't sure how he felt about it. He surveyed the battlefield below him for the 100th time since the shooting had stopped. It would only be a matter of time before Separatists tried to take another crack at the Republic heavy weaponry, and Anakin wanted to be sure he was ready for anything when that happened, even if it involved incorporating Obi-Wan's Padawan into the strategy. Maybe it would be for the best. The addition of a younger Jedi would constantly remind Obi-Wan that Anakin was old enough for more responsibilities, that he was much closer to being a master in his own right, and getting different assignments than Obi-Wan wouldn't be so bad either. It might even give him the opportunity to spend more time with Padme, on strictly official business, of course. Anakin looked upward as a new sound split the air above where he was perched. A Republic messenger ship had broken through the Separatist blockade. He hoped it would carry the beginnings of the reinforcements, enough to start turning the tide of the battle on the planet's surface. Anakin told his clone commandos to hold their positions and then went off to meet Obi-Wan. He couldn't quite shake the feeling that his life was about to change. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this new series called Lore and Legends that we'll be doing rather frequently in our show. This is the moment right before Anakin meets Ahsoka. What a great moment that is. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for coming to Echo Base Network today. We will continue to get out content, and we invite you to our live Saturday night Star Wars show. As always, we are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.